We're going to do some more cozy gaming today with more Palia, playing with Emmy. She invited me over to her house to make some potato soups of some sort. So we are going to do some cooking, harvest some more, and like always, just talk about life and whatever else interests us. I just forgot I have tea also, so we are going to drink some tea. And check out Emmy's house. She wanted to show off last time, but my game crashed. But check it out. Like, she got a fish. She's got some steak just sitting on the shelf. Windmill. We've got a bug, fancy bug down there. A closet in the corner we can't open, which is actually this is the most realistic thing in the game right here, because I can't tell you how many times we've had closets we can't open or things we can't open because there's something in front of it. So we got some sort of chessboard, teacups, a little piranha dude. Oh, there's a stuffed animal on the bed. That is super adorable. Look at how cute that thing is. And some ramen. She is such a better decorator than me. Like, it's not even close. Not even close. All right, Emmy, go ahead and start the cooking, and I'll throw an ingredient in. As we've talked about before on my tips and tricks videos, it's always better to cook together because you can make things and it shares ingredients. So here we go. See a chopped onion, chopping some garlic. Poorly. Very poorly. That one. And prep some Sanurk meat. This is a recipe I've avoided making because it seemed like it took too many ingredients to do, but we're gonna give it a try here. We're gonna see how good it goes. Making some bacon, hopefully not burning it. We're also going to try once again my voice modulator. It's never worked. Emmy knows has seen what it's supposed to sound like though, so hopefully we can diagnose why it's not working, because it's such a cool thing. It's got some cool features built into it, some cool stuff. I don't know why it doesn't work for me. Part of me thinks I just need to go buy a new microphone, which I kind of already want to do. Rode just released the new Rode Wireless Pro 2 mic, which is basically a podcasting mic for the top of your camera, which is amazing, but expensive. Speaking of, at some point I will hopefully be able to take a small break from playing Palia to show you some of the photos that we got from the Skillet concert. Welcome in, Dexter. How's it going today? I have not gotten a chance to listen to POD yet, so I won't be able to give you my world-famous opinions on anything as of yet. It's going. That is how I feel most days. Like, I just worked I left the house around 3:30 a.m. on Friday and didn't get home until like 6 because work needed me to do some like important work, but like this is what doesn't make sense to me. So I need to work overtime for vital important work, and yet you're laying me off because I'm not vital or important. Like it doesn't make sense to me how they can say both of those things in the same sentence, like you're vital, you need to work overtime because we really need to get this done, but also you're not important, so we're going to be letting you go. Like just the cognitive dissonance to make that happen. So it goes. I will tell you, Skillet was awesome. I was really impressed with how hard Skillet rocked. Like, I know they've been touring for like 20 plus years now, so I kind of just figured that they'd be like, we're showing up, it's the state fair, whatever. But no, they brought it. They brought out all the pyrotechnics. They literally strapped this dude up with like smoke machines on his arms. Like, it was so much fun, so many good photos. It was a great time. Really enjoyed it. Until some security guard walked by and went on a power trip and was like, well, you can't take photos here. It's like, dude, I've been taking photos for 45 minutes now. So that was frustrating, but, whatever. We complied. Meaning they want you to do extra work so the people who are taking over your work aren't too overworked. Yeah, that's probably true. I'm fairly confident we're just all getting downsized because they realize that they can just pay people in other countries much less than us to do the same work. So I'm fairly certain that is a big part of it. South Park does the whole, like, they took our gerbs. Well, now that's me. They took my job. So I will find something else. There's a board game that has been in my mind that I have wanted to make for a while. And I'm honestly, I'm going to give it a shot. I have no idea how to make a board game. I have no idea how to, like, manufacture a board game. I have no idea how to do any of that. But I figure I'm going to have some free time. Why not try and make a board game? So that's what's kind of on my mind right now, is I'm trying to figure out how do I make a functional board game. All right, so we're gonna try this voice modulator one more time to see if we can get it to work. TPAM Radio's here. Welcome back. How are you doing? Also, we found out today that for sure one of my photos did sell at the state fair. So I did it. I got one photo sold. I did do good on that. All right, so let's grab a random voice here. It's going to take us. See, I can't get it to work. I don't know why. I don't know why it doesn't work through. I don't know if it's just like the lag through everything else. I really need to figure out why it does not want to work for me. That's so disappointing. So, since we have a new person in here who's never heard it before, and we haven't done it in a while, let's play my intro song.
Waffles. Saint Waffles. Waffles. Saint Waffles. It is time once again for your daily suggested serving of waffles.
I love that so much. Best $20 I've spent in a long time. I also found out today, I've been getting more into Warhammer and playing more Warhammer. Apparently there is a fantasy wrestling tabletop game, and they take real wrestlers like Hulk Hogan, but make him, like a goblin or an ogre, and you can do fantasy wrestling. So I need to get into the fantasy wrestling games as well, because I really want to paint a Hulk Hogan goblin wrestling figure, you know? It is a bummer, Emmy. It's a bummer that it's not working. I will get it figured out eventually. I don't know if it's just because, like, I'm streaming, you're online at the same time, and then maybe it's just using too much processing power to stream and run a game and run a voice modulator at the same time. I don't know if it's just my mic quality. I don't know what it is. Edgar's rating with a party of 1. Edgar, have you been streaming? Sounds like you've been streaming.
I just can't stop thinking about waffles.
Welcome in. Long time no see. Okay. We're going to do one more pot of soup, apparently, and then we're going to go hunt some resources down. Hope I am doing well. Well, I think since the last time you were here, we've kind of been talking about a lot, but I know you haven't been around the last couple streams. We found out I will be losing my job in November, so that's been a whole ordeal trying to figure out and get ready for. And so with that, you know, struggling with self-worth and a little bit of depression here and there and all sorts of things. So, spoiler, everything is not well. This is sort of, you know, I'm getting my headspace back in the right mentality. This doesn't affect me as much, but one of our local church was arsoned down. So it's one of the churches we like to go to that has beautiful art. So kind of just adds to it. Like, again, that no one got hurt. It doesn't really impact me in that way, but like, it's one of those things that's kind of a gut punch for you to talk about. Like, yeah, my local church was intentionally burned down by someone. So it's a whole thing. TPAM radio. Wait, what? Yeah. So the investigation is still ongoing. So we don't know all the details yet, but they are investigating it as an arson case. And apparently the person they arrested has like 120 prior convictions, between domestic violence, arson, and other things. So there's a chance that it's not a wrong report or a false report. But yeah, it was it's the oldest Catholic church in Oregon was burned down. And there's going to be so much like stained glass and other stuff that just got ruined, and it makes me super sad to hear about, you know? We're going to go hopefully join the other Knights of Columbus tomorrow and do a big rosary out in their parking lot. The Archbishop came down. Like, it's a big whole ordeal. So that was, again, it's a little bit of a gut punch to have something like that happen in your community. This happened, Thursday morning at 2:30 a.m. is when the news broke. The fire lasted about 4 or 5 hours, 4-alarm fire. The street was closed for like half the day as they cleaned it up and did all the other stuff. And now they're doing, you know, the actual investigations and all the other stuff to determine what actually happened. And, you know, it's possible. I keep holding out hope. There's the one thing I gotta stress enough when we talk about this, you know, we're praying for the members of the church, but we're also praying for potentially the person who did it, the person who committed the arson. If they did, again, we don't know for sure that they've done it, but you know, the person who has committed the crime and done this thing needs our prayers just as much. And I think people focus on the, oh no, our church, but also like we need to have that forgiveness and love for other people. And I think that's getting forgotten in all this. So I want to be clear that we're also praying for and hopeful for the person who has committed this crime, that they, you know, feel sorrow for what they've done and are able to make it up for what they have done. My RCIA barbecue was that night. We didn't talk about it. Are you in our neck of the woods? This has happened in Oregon, Pacific Northwest. So, if it wasn't in your neck of the woods, it's possible that news just hasn't spread quite as fast yet. Because unfortunately, someone burning down a church isn't new, right? Like there was a whole bunch of church burnings going on up in Canada after news stories were ran on things that were going on up there. So unfortunately, I'm not saying it's not newsworthy, but unfortunately, it happens more than you'd like to hear that it does. But the community has been very resilient through it. They're gathering in the parking lot to do mass together. Still, they've already got fundraisers going to try and rebuild. I'm going to be curious whether or not are they going to just fix the roof and the fire damage, or are they going to like bulldoze it and start over? It's connected to a school, and the school was not harmed, which thank goodness for that. But I don't know if they're just going to like bulldoze the church and start over, or if they're going to try and repair just what was damaged. I know that they flooded the church. Like they ran in there with fire hoses and sprayed the entire church down. So there's probably water damage on absolutely everything. I'm guessing the organ was destroyed. I'm guessing all the glass was destroyed. I'm pretty sure nothing came out untouched on that one. All right, so Emmy needed to find some certain resources, so we're going to go hunt down these resources in Bahari Bay. We're going to go mining for the rare pallia, some iron. It's not pallium, pallium, something like that. Bring on the pain. That voice emote reminds me WrestleQuest just came out. I can't wait to start playing that. It is Final Fantasy, but with professional wrestling rather than, fighting to save the world. It's just professional wrestling. Emmy's asking, how are you liking RCIA? Are you excited for Christmas season when you get a sponsor? Sponsors are so interesting because, our sponsors are awesome. We still get to see our sponsors every now and then, but we don't interact with them a whole lot. We run into them at the grocery store, say hello, and all that. I thought our sponsors were going to be lifelong friends who we do all the Catholic things together. And I know we've talked about this a few times on the channel, but it is so hard to find Catholic friends who aren't busy with career and children and all that sort of things. So yeah, I was really hoping our sponsors would be that for us, but our sponsors were just at a different stage in life, right? They don't want to hang out with a bunch of 30-year-olds. They want to go travel the world and do their own things, and I get that. So sponsors are exciting. I hope you get one who can be a lifelong friend. I know one of the other people in RCA, their sponsor, they just went out to pancakes. Every Saturday morning, they went and ate pancakes and talked about God, and that sounds wonderful. I'm hoping Emmy and I can actually be put on the list of potential sponsors for this upcoming year, and I would love to do that. Get assigned someone and be like, here, let's go eat pancakes, or let's go have tacos and talk about Jesus. I was already confirmed, but still have to do it because I was confirmed early. RCA is okay. My teacher was my sponsor. Oh, the teacher was your... Okay, that makes sense. I know RCA classes can be hit or miss. This is one of those things that I've talked about before, and I've kind of wondered, why hasn't the archdiocese made, a standard RCIA class across the board? Because, we got super lucky. Our RCI teacher is a master theologian who has a real passion for teaching and just was an absolutely brilliant man who did all these wonderful things. And other people just kind of get here's a YouTube video and a pamphlet, fill it out to show us about God, right? It's not the same experience. Not good at it with ADHD, can't focus on it. Now, see, that's That's something I might have a little bit of experience in. Myself, not ADHD, but more and more every day feeling like I have some sort of neurodivergence, like autism or something. I struggle with focus every now and then, too. So we're going to go this way, Emmy. So we're searching for rare ore and iron ore. So we'll go up this way. And this is kind of just a good route if you're playing Palia at all. Good route for hunting for resources. So right here, occasionally will be this like entire outer ring will all be iron ore. And if that happens, you can fill up a whole bunch here. We don't have any, so we'll keep searching. We'll go to the first spot where the ore we're searching for can spawn, which is right down here. It is important to note, if you see rocks in this area, you should always break the rocks. A lot of people apparently don't know this, but if a rock spawns where like pallium can spawn or where iron can spawn, then it will not spawn until you break that rock. So you got to break those other rocks as you're running around doing these things. So this cave can occasionally spawn one large or medium pallium and one small one. Looks like we've already been here. Oh, but see, here's the regular rocks. So they couldn't spawn because there's regular rocks in the area. So if we break these, then next time we come through, we have a chance of getting the rare ore. So we will continue on. The barbecue was awkward too. They drove me home. I embarrassed myself by crying because of like family drama and thinking about being Baptist again. Tell them all that. So I don't know if I want to go back. There's one thing that I think most people experience with church and God, and especially Catholicism, that I don't think they're used to, and that is the crying. Like, if you go to an Easter service, without a doubt, you will see someone in the back crying, right? Like, there are so many people, when it comes to God, there is so much vulnerability that you're just not used to having, and so much vulnerability you're told you're not allowed to have, or that it's wrong for you to have, or, you know, the whole toxic masculinity of you shouldn't have emotions. So I wouldn't be embarrassed by that. It's a part of God, honestly. Oh, lost Emmy. There she is. So next we're going to fly up over here. And all along this wall, iron can spawn. It's decently rare. I don't see it often, but again, it's one of those things where if you see any regular rocks, break them while you're here because they can spawn here. Looks like we got some up here, maybe. Looks like it's regular rocks, so we're going to have to smash those. Oh, I did see one. Okay, there's one iron here. Ooh, bug. These bugs are awesome to catch because they give silk occasionally. Alright, continuing on the hunt for pallium and flow trees. The mines. You would think that there was more in the mines, but like the mines have the worst spawn rate from what I've noticed. Occasionally, some will spawn up here. Doesn't look like we got any of that today. No luck. Oh, there's one. Oh, sorry, I mean, apparently that one only took 2 strikes. So that tunnel, a lot of that spawns in those tunnels. Up this way. We'll check. Cried in adoration today. I was talking to Emmy about adoration on our way out today. That's the next video I want to do. I want to get permission to make a video about adoration in adoration to talk about why it's so good and so amazing. Vampire crabs too. Yeah, let's hunt some vampire crabs. I noticed that the word crab is censored. Yeah, the word crab is censored, which is I guess they're trying to make it, a cozy happy game, but why would you have a crab in the game if you're going to censor the word crab? That doesn't make sense. That is a strange decision. So if we go up here, though, we do want to check. Okay, she's coming. This is like the worst spot for checking if Pallium has spawned because it takes a lot of work to get up here. But over here, there's usually 2 or 3 spawns, but nothing, so Emmy and I have been spending a lot of time hunting vampire crabs, though, while we're out here, because it is good money. And you get silk out of it, so if you can catch them. Dude. There we go. 2 silk. Getting the money. Which I saw people were apparently complaining, so the maximum gold you can hold in the game apparently is 300,000 gold. And they were asking, like, well, why do you have a limit on how much gold you can hold? And it's like, they just put in the first gold sink, which is the Meiji Market thing. And I think you can spend maybe 30,000, 40,000 gold if you bought everything. So it's really strange to see people upset that the maximum gold you can have is 300,000, because, like, I know Emmy is guilty of this in Disney Dreamlight, where you can just farm an infinite amount of money. So since there's no limit, I'm pretty sure she has millions of gold. So no matter what they add to the game, she's just going to immediately be able to buy it because there's no gold limit. So I understand having a limit to how much gold you can hoard at once, because you need to be able to limit players so that when you release other things, they can, have a goal to work towards instead of just immediately having all the money for it. Oh, I think I see one, Emmy. Yep. No. I think this is just a purple crab. I don't think it's a vampire crab. I think it's just one of the purple ones. I farmed 10 million in hopes that they had a currency change. Oh, did I hit it? Yeah, it was just a regular crab. That one wasn't worth it. Oh, I heard the noise like I spooked something. Let's see here. Is that a snail? Got a snail. Caught the snail. Nothing up there. They did just release this when we were doing this. Oh, she's leveling her bug catching, so she's catching everything. That makes sense. I should do that too, honestly. World of Warcraft just released their hardcore servers, where when you die, your character is gone forever. And I'm considering, again, in my unemployment, when I have nothing but time, I want to make a character on that server that you have one life and that's it. And I thought it'd be fun to do a role playing a tribe of some sort, doing like like Tauren, like a Tauren tribe or a troll tribe or something like that, where it's actually like affected by the game. So like I want to make a guild where me and a couple other people make like the chief of the clan, or like the people who start the clan, and then as we invite people in, as our characters die, other people take over the clan, and kind of just watch how it naturally evolves as role players come in and out, as characters die. I think it could be a really, really fun experience, but it requires a lot of time, because vanilla WoW leveling, if you're doing it like the old school without help, without boosts, where you have to be careful, if you die, you're gone forever, that takes so much time. And like right now, I just don't have the time for it. But as I said, here soon, I'm going to have nothing but time. So maybe it'll be time to experience that. Though every time there's a WoW announcement, like there's all the journalists are talking about a new World of Warcraft expansion is going to be announced at BlizzCon here in a couple months. That like I hope one of these times the next WoW announcement's going to be that they're just making World of Warcraft 2, because it's pretty much dead to me at this point. Did I grow up Catholic? No, I did not. So I did a whole bunch of different things before coming to Catholicism. As a kid, my parents really didn't believe in any religions. So they didn't make me go to church or anything. So I became, I kind of struggled between agnostic, atheist growing up. And then in high school, I became a Christian, non-denominational, just, hey, I'm Christian, for all the wrong reasons, right? Because everyone around me was Christian. All the girls around me were Christian. So it's just kind of, well, that's what you do, right? You're Christian. That's you say you're Christian because that's what you do. And so I was an awful Christian for a couple years. That really didn't do anything for me. And then I got into a job that was really, really hard and really, really bad, that really, really taxed me mentally and my health and everything about it. So I decided to try and do something about it. So I started searching for the truth. I was like, we're going to find the right religion. So I tried all sorts of things. I tried Satanism. I tried theistic Satanism, which there's atheistic Satanism where you don't really believe in Satan. It's just kind of a moral code. Then there's theistic Satanism where it's like actual worship of the Satan. I tried Buddhism. I researched demonology, New Age paganism. I looked into that a little bit, just a little bit of I think it's what's it called? I want to say esotericism, where you just kind of take different things from different parts and make your own religion based on kind of all the different things. And Catholicism is the one that I finally, after doing all this research, looking at all these different things, trying all these different things, that is the one where I said, this is it. This is the truth. This is the right one. So I tried a little bit of everything to try and find the truth, and Catholicism was the truth. And then I tried to convert right then and there, but I had to go through RCIA, but I worked a really weird shift, so I couldn't get into RCIA. So it kind of came and went, and I kind of independently studied and did my own things for a while. And then just finally a year, almost 2 years ago, Emmy and I were both able to go to RCIA together and kind of convert together at the same time and experience it. And it's one of those things where, like, in the moment I was really frustrated. Like, I just want to be Catholic. I want to get through this. So why isn't this working out? But when it finally did work out, I could say, like, oh, I see, God. You wanted me to wait so that I could do it with my wife, so that we could convert together, so that I could have this particular teacher. It all made sense once we got there. But oftentimes, I say this like at least 10 times a day when I'm doing apologetics and talking on the Christian forums and the Catholic forums and trying to help people, right? Like, we are too close to the masterpiece, right? God is making a masterpiece and we are right up in it, so we can't see it. We have to be able to step back from the painting to be able to appreciate and see the masterpiece. And unfortunately, that doesn't happen until we're dead, right? You can only see the master plan and everything as it is once we're in heaven and kind of see and appreciate everything all at once. So, yeah. It was a long road and it was frustrating because I wanted it right then and there, but it was worth it. Whole and whole, once I got through it to get to where I am now, it was super worth it. There was a long period of time where we ran a podcast. We did a paranormal podcast where we tried to find, hauntings in graveyards and investigate local myths and legends. And one of the only questions we always tried to ask the spirits that we spoke to using all of our different tools was, is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Is God real? And we got so many different answers and so many things that are questionable. Like there's some things that to this day I don't have a solid explanation for, but even that led me to where I am now. So when people tell me oh, well, I'll never believe in God because I do tarot cards or whatever it is, I did that too myself. So I kind of chuckle. You can't see the path, but the path is there. You don't see it now, but somehow those tarot cards, somehow that paranormal may just be the thing that leads you back to God. And it's, again, not something we can appreciate until we're actually past it. Back here, Emmy, I found one. I found a crab. I found a censored word. She's running off in the distance. Gotta go? All right. Well, thanks for coming and hanging out. We'll see you next time. Always appreciate when you drop by and chat. Always glad to see you. Have a blessed day. I don't think she's coming back for the crab. Oh. Oh, no, someone spooked it. Someone poached your crab. Two flow trees at the top right-hand side of the map. I don't think we can make it there in time. Top right-hand side. No, we're pretty far away from that. Didn't have any Bubble come in today. Usually Bubble joins us, but must be dealing with the kiddo. Oh. Now my soundboard's not working. The good news is bug catching is almost level 9, so all these vampire crab hunting sessions are helping us out quite a bit as we're slowly inching towards there. Oh, I see one. It's in the water. Bam! Get it! One more should level me up to 9. Unfortunately, the night mark is the same time as vampire crab hunting, so we kind of got to decide between, do we want more tickets for the night market or do we want the vampire crabs? Because you can't really have both, unfortunately. Got to eat the soup. Eat the soup. I think for once I've run out of things to talk about. I'm struggling to rack my brain here and think about what is it we haven't talked about in a while. I know all I've been complaining about is work lately, but that gets old, so need a different topic. I can't really think of much else to talk about. I do want to maybe once the vampire crab hunting is done, I want to go through a couple of the skillet photos and stuff that I got, but that's pretty much it. Have I tried pickling stuff? Yes. Yes, I have done the preserve jar. Mostly I've been putting potatoes in the preserve jar because one potato turns into 4 potato seeds. So I get enough that with potatoes, I can put a bunch in the preserve jar. I can put a bunch in the seed maker, and I can still sell some. And someone made an Excel spreadsheet for the for all the crops in the game. And it seems like potatoes right now just are the overall most profitable. They grow so fast, you get so many. It seems like potatoes are the way to make money in this game. The only crop that is more valuable, I've heard, is apples, but apples take like 14 days to grow. So unless you're like constantly logging in and constantly babysitting them and able to take care of it, I'm not certain that they're really worth it, you know? Oh, one more bug. One more bug will get me to level 9. Let's find one more snail, one more crab, one more something. Which I know we talked about this before too, but like having an Excel sheet in a cozy game kind of seems like it goes against the spirit of cozy gaming, right? Like I get play the game however you want to, right? No judgment. Play the game however you want to play the game. Enjoy the game however you want to enjoy the game, but the spreadsheets do seem to kind of violate the chill, laid back, just kind of gather things and enjoy the music. And I am excited. Next week, what is it? Starfield comes out, Star Ocean, whatever the Bethesda new Star game is. Though everyone's giving it like 9 out of 10 and 10 out of 10 best game ever, game of the year, and I'm fairly certain that those are going to be hyper exaggerated. I would put money on the game is closer to a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Like, it's Bethesda launch day, right? So it's going to have a whole bunch of bugs. A lot of people are saying that it takes 12 to 15 hours for you to get out of the tutorial and for the game to open up. Like, who wants to play a game on Rails for 15 hours before it gets good? If your game takes 15 hours to get good, it's not a good game. That's what I hate about Red Dead Redemption 2. I know that people hate me for saying I don't like Red Dead Redemption 2, but like, that intro quest is so long and tedious and boring, it just ruins any want to keep playing through the game. The new Lego set comes out on Monday too. Is that the Viking set? I know the Viking set was been super talked about. And the new season of Star Trek Lower Decks in a week and a half. I am very excited for the new Star Trek Lower Decks. Star Trek Lower Decks is one of my favorite Star Treks, period. Like, it's up there. It's not in the same, like, serious tone as, like, Picard or The Next Generation, but it is so fun and so... The references are so good, and the humor is so good. Oh, the Bug Lego set. They're doing a Bug Collector Lego set that looks absolutely amazing that I can't wait. It's one I'm probably going to get. Even though we got Costco. Costco sells Legos for like half off occasionally. We got a really popular Lego set for a great price. So I've got a new Lego set still to put together. I've got 2 sets of Warhammer minis still to paint. So I've got stuff to do. But I'll tell you, this morning it was so hard to do anything. And my body was just like, no, this isn't fun. This isn't fun. Why are you doing this? But then I sat down and started painting and things got a little better. Wisdom from the Bible, eat some food, take a nap, it'll be better. Very excited for the bug Legos. I guess I'm going to have to finish that other Lego set soon, though, so that we can get the bugs. Else you're just buying boxes of Legos that you're never going to open, right? Ooh, over here? Oh, I see it. Got him. Want to do skillet photos? I'm going to do some skillet photos. You going to go back to your farm and empty inventory and do all that? Dexter disappeared. What did I miss? We talked about all the different kinds of religions that I tried out. We talked about crying in church. And now we're just about ready to jump into a little bit of photography because Emmy's inventory is full. So I was going to show off a few of my photos that we got at the concert. I want to play some of the videos that I got because the videos were amazing, but I'm like 99.9% sure that I will get flagged both on Twitch and YouTube for playing those videos because copyright music, right? So I can't play the videos for you as much as I want to. Let's see. Let's change my screen. And let's look at some photos. Now, I have gone through almost none of these photos, so these are completely raw. Some of these I'm going to be seeing for the first time, just as you are, so they're not all going to be great. It took a little bit of time to dial in the settings and, like, not to paint excuses for myself for having bad photos, but I'm using an 800mm lens from way back, like, in the nosebleeds, and they've got fog machines and lasers and strobe lights, so it's near impossible to get, like, the perfect photo in these circumstances, right? Because the camera's going to be adjusting to the flashing lights, and you're going to have the smoke coming in, and the way the lights hit the smoke is going to cause glare, and so we weren't trying to get the perfect photo. We were trying to get good photos amongst the chaos. So, like, this one, probably going to delete. Not great. These ones aren't great. But this guitarist, I gotta say, I don't know any of the people in Skillet, so I can't say them by name. This guitarist had so much, like, energy and stage presence. She was just jumping around and dancing while playing. It was incredible to behold. Very, very skilled, talented guitarist with great stage presence. A lot of fun. There are a lot of faces you're going to see made because as you're capturing, seconds of people rocking out, you're going to have strange, facial emotions. So none of these are great. That's what I'm talking about. Caught her head banging. So that's not a flattering photo, but I do absolutely love the emotion. Same there. You got the flowing hair, a little bit of motion blur, but not the most flattering face. That one's not bad. Got some decent focus. It's a little bit of motion blur right here. You got the hair. The hair has so much color in it. I like that one. You can see Skillet's logo very well right there. Like that's a pretty good shot for like an Instagram. I want to get my hair done like hers next. Like I have no idea how you get your hair to be that vibrant. The only thing I can assume is because, they have money. She can afford to have her hair dyed regularly, so when that color washes out, you can just get it touched up and fixed right then and there. Because hair coloring gets expensive, and something that bright and vivid, I'm guessing, is super pricey. It is an awesome purple. They also had a person doing the signing, sign language, who had like this bright blue hair. Oh, that is not a flattering photo either. No. Took a lot of bleachings, probably. Oh, that's closer. You can see right in this photo, this is where like the fog machines were going off. So it's not that this photo isn't sharp. It's that there's this fog, this layer of fog in front of them, kind of messing up a little bit of the shot. So nothing great. Not flattering. This is the lead singer. A little bit more rocking out. Oh, actually, wait. Okay, it's muted. So this is the video I took on my camera, and this blew me away. Like, look at how good the quality is on that. Look how close. Like, we are sitting back, so far back. Like, I can show you how far back we are. So, like, if you compare, you can see the sweat on his forehead with this video that I took here. Like, see how close he is. So if we take a second, we're just going to take a second. If we go up one, and we go to the go, and I select this one. Like, you can see how far back we are. So it's not like nosebleed, but you can see we're 3 sections back from the stage. So to be this far back, and then to go to the actual photos and have that that clarity that's right here, like, I was impressed with how well the camera lens was doing. It's a little shaky, but again, this is a super long lens, and I'm super far back, so I didn't have like a tripod or anything to hold it steady. So you're going to see a little bit of shakiness and a little bit of refocusing because of the smoke and everything, but like, you can see his muscle definition, you can see the sweat on his forehead. Like, this lens and camera did amazing work considering the circumstances. So let's see if we can get a good photo in here, though. A little bit of dancing, a little bit of rocking. That's not a bad one right there, actually. I like that a whole lot. You got the foot up in the air. You've got the hair going every which way. I wish she was a little bit more to left or right so you could have like the Skillet logo on the drum set behind her. But I think it's an acceptable photo. I'm not going to say it's amazing. I think it's a pretty darn good one, though. I think that is more than acceptable. A little bit of noise you can see. That's because of the fog. There's not a whole lot you can do about that. Again, conditions are harsh, and that's where, like, some photographers can take amazing photos, but that means nothing if you have to have studio level conditions to get it, right? You have to be able to perform in many different settings. That one's not flattering. Good focusing, not flattering. There's a power pose. That's a Jack Black, the power pose from School of Rock. That's power pose. Pretty good. These are just okay. I'm not seeing anything I love. That one I like, but it's a little noisy, a little blurry. I would have wished we could get that in there too, but that one's pretty good. I like that one. Pretty good. Here you can see, so you see like the light changes, like they had purple lighting here, and then they turned on the white strobes, and so the entire lighting changed. Now they got red and then purple, so very hard to stay consistent. I wanted to get some shots of the drummer, doing the drummer things, but that symbol blocked her face for basically the entirety of the show. So what I did was I tried to put it like on burst and just try and capture a good shot while the symbol was hit and moved out of the way. Not sure there's anything good in there. That darn symbol was just in the way. Basically, all these can go in the garbage. Here's the lead singer. There you see the smoke shot right in front of the camera as it's taking photos, so it completely blocked him out. That one's pretty good. That one's got some good sharpness. You can see random stage dude in the background. They kept running out with their phones, like taking photos of them rocking out. That might be one that I saved. That might actually be one worth saving. That one's pretty good. A lot of emotion in the eyes. This dude came out and brought it with, Skillet's obviously a Christian band, so they came out and when he preached about God, you could definitely tell there's a lot of genuine passion and love in his voice for that. These are good. I haven't seen anything yet that like blows me away, unfortunately. Hand blocking the face. Nothing great. Like, I wouldn't enter any of these into a contest so far. I like the coloring this one. There's a lot of mood, a lot of tension, a lot of mood going on in this one. This one's got a lot of pain looking like in it. That one's interesting. Like that one. Guitarist again. The epic poses. She just had so much stage presence. I couldn't help but take a lot of photos. She was just by far the most energetic lead singer doing his thing. Again, I can't play the sound because I don't want to risk getting the band hammer, but great quality on the video. The sound is amazing too. I wish I could show you the sound. My little microphone put in the work and got some amazing sound. Like it, I'm not going to say studio quality, but pretty darn good for a live performance. More of the drummer. Didn't get a whole lot of good with the drummer. Again, just trying to get the photo while the symbol's not there. Actually, I didn't realize, I love this photo. You've got the bandmate down here taking the photo and recording her. You can see like the happiness on her face that she's being recorded by her bandmate. Out of all the photos we've looked at so far, this one is my favorite so far. I love that. That's a real, genuine moment. And it's, like the cameraman capturing the subject of the photo with a little bit of editing, a little bit of denoising, a little bit of trickery on this one. That could be a great photo. That's one I would enter into a contest. I wouldn't win, but I would enter it. Maybe I'll send that one to them. Text it to their Instagram. I like that one. That's my favorite so far. A lot of photos of them. Happy smile. That's a good set there. Okay. We've got at least one that I'm happy with. This one's super clear, but again, symbol blocking her face, unfortunately. This I took a picture of. I wanted to get more pictures of this guy with this contraption. Unfortunately, I only did a video mostly, but the video turned out amazing. But like, he had two roadies come out, and he like Iron Man, he, like held out his arms like he was Iron Man, and these dudes like strapped guns to his wrists, and he is shooting smoke out of them. It's so cool. You'll see. There's a video coming up that I got of it, because I was taking pictures just to try and figure out what the heck am I looking at, and then that's a good one. That one's really good. All hooked up, got the things, got some sharpness. Okay, I like that one. Now, the video must have written somewhere else, because he's got the contraption off of him now. Oh, here it is. Check these things out. Like, how cool? How cool is that? Like, he was having so much fun with it. Unfortunately, I ended the video early because I wanted to switch over to taking photos so I could get some photos of it, but Like, look at how much fun he's having. Look how awesome that is. Absolutely loved that. I lost my place. Let's see, we were farther down here. Here we go. Like you said, they have great stage presence. 100%. These guys knew how to handle a crowd in such a great way. It was fun. I was genuinely surprised. And like the reason why I was so surprised was because I wasn't sure if I wanted to buy tickets, because at first when we looked online, tickets were like $125. I was like, oh, that's a lot of money. Turns out tickets were only $50, but I Googled it, so I asked like Google and Reddit, like, hey, is Skillet good live? Like, are they going to put on a good show for me? And there were so many people who were like, no, Skillet's not worth seeing live. And those people are just bona fide liars at this point. Like, I can't believe, after what I saw, that anyone would say that they did not come out there and give 120% heart, love, passion, all of that. So I have no idea who these haters were, but they almost caused me to miss this, and I would have been deeply saddened by it. Like, see, this is a good photo. I wish the focus was more on her, but you've got the band logo right there. You've got the presence. You've got a great face. You've got a little bit of motion going on. You're getting ready to rock like that. That right there is a great photo. The little bit of editing on like this white, like get that lightning bolt to actually like look, ooh, lightning bolt. And a little bit of defogging of the fog that was here, that would be a great one. Lot of things to delete. I think there's like 3,000 photos I have to go through. I gotta start. Honestly, I should have been taking numbers down now just for which ones I just need to delete and which ones I need to save. Because there's so many photos to go through. Like we're here. You can see there's still, and this was only the first like 40 minutes of the concert. Then they told us we couldn't take photos anymore. So honestly, they were probably doing me a little bit of a favor by stopping me from taking so many photos. Caught this one with the strobe lights going off, like amazing. A couple of these I really like here the smoke's going off, so she's standing near the smoke, so we got this rocker pose next to the smoke going off. Like, this is a really good photo right here. This poor dude, like, you see these specs? This is sweat. Like, I know that, like, this is one of those things you know, but you don't think about. Like, this dude's jumping around and moving, and, like, his sweat is just flying off of him. But it makes sense. It's hot. You're moving around a lot. That's a great photo, too. I know that's not a flattering face, but that is a rockin' face if I've ever seen one. A lot of good ones in there. Still go through. More attempts at the drummer. You can see there was one other person in the band. He comes in a little bit later down here. We got the strobe light and the smoke going on. A lot going on in that photo. I wanted to get a video of this. I really wish, like, there's not a single good photo I got of this. This dude, he does the full-on, like, Metallica, like, holds his arms out with his guitar and twirls around like a helicopter, throws his guitar and spins it around his neck, and then he, like, crouches down, he's, like, playing his guitar upright, and he's just going absolutely bananas feral on this thing. So I kicked my camera into the high speed, like, it's taking 30 photos per second, and we're just trying to capture one good photo here. But he's just moving so fast that I can't get a single good photo to focus on him because he's just going wild on this thing. Like, if I go fast enough on here, it basically plays like a stop motion video. Like, just look at him go. Rabid, feral, bananas all over that guitar. I wish I would have taken a video rather than photos of that. So all those turned out terrible. I was trying to get the drummer had fireworks going on behind her, so I was trying to get the fireworks going off, but I kept missing that. I kept hitting the video too late, so I never got the fireworks going, unfortunately. I really wanted to get the fireworks, but I couldn't get that to line up at all. There's one more dude in the band. Here. This dude comes out and is playing like one of those stand-up cello, violin. I know it's a bass cello, viola. I don't know what this instrument's called, but this dude was rocking pretty hard for an instrument that has to be held upright on a spike and probably weighs, what, like 50 pounds for one of those things? And this was on a rising platform, so like he was going up and down, up and down. Impressive. If he was playing a keytar, that would have been a sign. I do need a keytar. Here's where, like, I was talking about, like, I love this photo, actually. One of these photos. I did see this one. One of these photos in here, like, the way the smoke and the light and everything lined up, you get this effect where he's sharp. He's in focus. It's just you're seeing through so much haze, and you can see a little bit of his face. There's so much smoke and haze. I love the mood of this photo. I don't know that it's a great photo, but I love it. I love the mood of it. I love the look of it. I love that one a whole lot. I think this is another one where I was trying to get the fireworks going off, and I just kept missing the fireworks by like a half a second. You can see those are the platforms that were going up and down there. And then this is the guitarist on the platform. So there's still more photos to go through. I took too many photos. I rarely say that I took too many photos, but I think I may have taken too many photos this time. Should have done more video work, to be honest. The video work is much better. It's phenomenal sound, phenomenal look. What we got here? Lights going off. They just had so much going on, so... okay, so once we finished with Skillet, we actually went out into the fair, the fair of the whole reason we're supposed to be there. I like this one, or not this. One of these ones, this one. I got the settings right on this one. I like this photo. I like the lights. You've got just the perfect amount of lighting. You've got silhouetting with just a little bit of color. I like this photo a whole lot. The Sugar Shack. Most of these are garbage throwaway. I didn't like most of them. Like this one's just nah. But there is one other one in here that I know that I took, that I know that I loved. Where is it? This dude. I really liked one of these photos in here. You've got just like such a good... This one. You've got such a good, like, he's perfectly lit up. You can just see he's happy. You've got someone in the foreground to make it interesting. I really, really loved this photo. And this is the essence of street photography, right? Capturing a moment. I've captured a moment where this guy's probably been working in the hot sun with barbecues going on for 12 hours, is exhausted, drenched in sweat, and finally the customer stopped coming and he's able to just breathe in and be happy and just stand there for a moment. and you can just he's got so much personality and everything. And this is my favorite photo of the night, I think. I absolutely love that photo. But, it's tough because that's a great photo, but you don't want to just take pictures of random people, right? You don't want to make people uncomfortable. But it was still, the moment was there and I had to capture it. And that is the essence of street photography, right? Like this dude getting ready to come to the Skillet concert, and he's got just this random giant alien. Like that. That right there is a great photo. Tells a great story. Just random dude with a giant alien showing up at a Skillet concert. Wonderful. Emmy actually pointed this guy out to me. Just a cool, smiling, like, I have never seen a happier dude. Like, just look at that, the smile, the pit bull ring, and then you get a front shot here, like, with the glasses. Like, this dude is so cool. The happiest dude at that place for certain. I love the hat, the smile, everything about him was just excellent. Let's see. These just more Skillet. My camera got so full that it went around. That's why they're out of order here, because I went through my memory card and went onto the second backup memory card because I had too many photos. So overall, that was Skillet. That was the fair. It was such an amazing time. So with that, I think I am going to end for the day. So we, as always, will end with our prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Thank you, Lord, for this blessed day. Thank you for all that you do for me. Lord, we continue to pray for those who are affected by wildfire, by weather, by the hurricanes. Lord, there are a lot of people who are displaced and suffering right now. Please, Lord, help them to find food, to find shelter, and to navigate this stress and this challenge. Lord, we pray for the community of St. Joseph's who's lost their church, who are looking at what they're going to have to do to rebuild the church right now. Help all those people who have attachments there, people who got married there, people who fell in love there, people who've been going there for 50 years. This is a challenge to overcome, Lord, and we ask you to help those souls. And finally, we pray for those holy souls in purgatory, those souls waiting everlasting rest in heaven. Lord, help them to be cleansed and purified so they may be ready to enter heaven and spend all of forever with you, Lord. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. But thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out today and joining. Monday is a holiday, so I'll probably do streaming on Monday. Maybe we'll even do an extra long stream on Monday if enough people show up. So thank you for hanging out with me. Have a blessed evening, and we will see you again probably Monday.